Well, 2023 fantasy drafts are right around the corner. Some of you have already drafted, and now for those of you who haven't, I have a wide receiver that I am all in on in the first round of my fantasy drafts, and he's not going there yet. Before I jump in, I want to remind everybody, head over to 4for4.com, use the promo code YouTube, all caps YouTube, and you can get 25% off any subscription model you want. Head over there, get all of the opportunities, all of the tools, all of the tips, hints, tricks, everything we have for you. Save your money, win your leagues. All right, well, let's jump into it. The wide receiver currently going in round 2 of fantasy drafts that I think you should be drafting in round 1. I'm not even going to say I think you should. I'm saying you have to start drafting him, especially at the end of round 1, and it's Amon Ra St Brown for the Detroit Lions. Amon Ra St Brown has such incredible upside in 2023, and the best part is his floor is probably a top 10 wide receiver. Last season, he saw at least 9 targets in almost every single game he played. There were 3 games he saw under 9 targets. All 3 games he was either injured, got injured, or was hampered by an injury and decided to play through it. And then half of his games, he saw double-digit targets. That is the kind of floor that fantasy football managers should be dreaming about. Now, Jameson Williams, really his primary competition or expected primary competition for targets is suspended. He's suspended for 6 games, which means that there's no real wide receiver 2 on this team. I do not think that there is a safer wide receiver in all of fantasy football outside of Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Number 3 safest wide receiver is Amon Ra St Brown. We've seen from Matt Harmon's reception perception. If you really dive into some of his stats and analytics, we know that Amon Ra St Brown has dominated and become an elite Cooper Kupp level slot, wide receiver who can play close to the line of scrimmage. But there is a chance that he can do much more than that. In college, he actually was able to do a little bit more than just play in the slot. And there's already been talks about camp, him being used in the red zone more, him being used on the outside more. And really, if you look at what this team has done is they're freeing up the ability for Amon Ra St Brown to be able to get those outside routes, get downfield more when they bring in Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, and obviously Sam Laporta will be there, probably tight end 1 early in the year at least. All of those guys are going to probably dominate that short area of the field, leaving Amon Ra St Brown the opportunity to go to the intermediate and deep routes and really take the cap off of what was already a phenomenal route and talent tree for Amon Ra St Brown. When you look at what his usage could be in 2023, if he does in fact get those intermediate and deep routes, we're not just talking about a safe top 10 wide receiver. We're talking about a real opportunity to be the wide receiver 1 overall in fantasy football. He is genuinely someone that I can throw in the same tier as Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and for me, Garrett Wilson. And so there is not a lot of wide receivers that can have this. There's 3 to 5 players that have his floor, and there's probably 2 wide receivers in the NFL who that have his true ceiling that isn't just volume based. 2023 could be the year we look back and say that was his breakout season, even for a player who has already been phenomenal for your fantasy football teams in dynasty and redraft leagues. All right, guys, do not forget, head over to 4for4.com, check out the plans page, and use promo code YouTube to get 25% off. Save money, win your leagues. Don't forget to be kind, do good. We'll see you next time. Peace.